But all right. Ooh, YouTube. I ain't gonna lie. I actually want to dibble dabble in like the past and dibble dabble into like something that we previously watched before. And you clicked on the video, you see the thumbnail, you already know what we're talking about. But this thing right here, I know it says Goku, shows Goku, but the perfect anime doesn't exist. And it's and the thumbnail is Beyblade. I ain't gonna cap. I actually mess with Beyblade, like metal specifically. Actually mess with metal heavy. One thing I hate about the Beyblade community though is that it's like you go to metal and then you end up going to burst. I still get questions asked, yo, what happened to your burst videos, blah blah blah, copyright strike. If you don't know, bro, tap in or something. I don't know, it's out on the Patreon though. But that's one thing, is that it's a conflicted war between metal and burst. Me personally, I prefer metal. I prefer metal better, but burst do be having its hype moments for sure. Like, I feel like burst is more aimed for like the little kids. Like that has to be your starter anime, I feel like, for you to actually like it better than metal. But then at the same time, I don't know, it's all preference based before I heat people up. But I actually want to check this video out. Shout out to Mocha, I think, or whatever. But he's talking about perfect anime exists and is Beyblade. So let me see this.
Vegeta, thanks.
For what? I should be thanking you, Kakarot.
You're gonna.
Oh hell nah, bro, just hit me with some nostalgia shit. Hold up, how do I get this to go full screen? Why the fuck is this shit like this? Is it supposed to be like this? Oh wait, I think it's supposed to be like this.
For what? I should be thanking you, Kakarot.
You're gonna fall in love so many times before you find the one you'll be with forever.
They're hitting me with fucking nostalgia, bro. They hitting me with that nostalgia shit. Hold up. Oh my god, let me name all the shits I know.
I should be thanking you, Kakarot.
Bakugan. I never watched Yu, but I do plan on watching that on my own, but I heard good shit about it. Yu-Gi-Oh! That's actually playing to be watched on this channel. Whenever.
You're gonna fall in love so
Wizard
many
Waverly
times
Place.
before you find the one you'll be with forever.
Phineas and Ferb, Ben 10, Pokemon,
Everybody's backing us up.
Billy and Mandy, Dragon Ball, Zack and Cody, iCarly.
Love you too, kid. Goodbye, my friend.
There are a few shows we watch that stay with us for life. You'd be
Foster!
sat in front of the TV after school watching Dan fight Masquerade, sharing your energy with Goku so he could finally beat Boo, or pulling out your hair as Ash lost yet another Pokemon battle.
Spoil!
Seriously, this kid sucked. And a lot of the time, you didn't even know you were watching an anime. You didn't even know you were making memories. You just knew you were having fun. But there's one anime that went beyond your TV screen. The kind that became an actual sport. The kind that had you wagering your lunch money in school.
Oh god! Wait, they got DS games? Ooh, hold up. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. But on God, I dead remember being in fucking elementary school in New Jersey. Being in elementary school, New Jersey, Beyblade battle at during recess, when recess used to exist. Remember recess? I don't know if recess still exists, but over here when I was in school that shit didn't exist. But during recess,
Anime that probably defined your childhood. An anime that taught you what it means to live for something you love. An anime that could very well be perfect. And it's called
Beyblade, let it rip!
This is a show about spinning toys, and yet it is so hype. There might have been shows like Dragon Ball that had every kid thinking they could do a Kamehameha, but there are literally official Beyblade competitions all over the world that people actually train for. It did something that no other show could ever hope to. But what is it about the
I mean, Pokemon, you got tournaments for Pokemon. You feel me? But yeah, I get what he's saying though.
these shows that have such a hold on us? I just assumed it was because it reminded us of a better time. A time where the only thing we had to worry about was how to get a black belt on Club Penguin. But after rewatching Beyblade a full
Yo, that's so crazy that I never played Club Penguin. I just never found that shit interesting. Like, I was just going around talking to, well, like I don't even know what you could do in Club Penguin, bro. I was more Monkey Quest, more Free Realm, more Fusion Fall, more I remember that How to Train Your Dragon game on the Cartoon Network shit. I was more so with them shits.
15
Wizard 101, Pirate 101. Y'all know about the Pirate 101. That shit was actually kind of hard. I ain't gonna cap.
years after it first came out. Holy shit, what the hell am I doing with my life? But I realized there are actually 4 reasons why shows from the 2000s just hit different compared to even some of the best shows of today. And Beyblade actually
It's because of nostalgia, bro. We was a kid.
With the characters, where the show did something pretty special. If I had to ask you who the most memorable
Spoil!
characters were from some of the shows you watched as a kid, you'd probably say people
Pop
like Goku,
Tropica?
Aang, Alex, Carly, or even Dan.
Pop
But you
Tropica.
probably wouldn't say this absolute fraud of a protagonist. Now that's partly because there's a certain other character
Yo, he said that? Wait, did he say what I've been? Wait, hold on.
wouldn't say this absolute fraud of a protagonist. Now that's part
Wait, hold on. Go back.
even Dan, but you probably wouldn't say this absolute fraud of a protagonist. Now that's partly because there's a certain other character that stole the show, but it's mainly because the reason we're
I already
drawn
know.
to a
He's talking
character
about
in the
Ryuga.
first place is the same reason we're drawn to each other in real life.
Jenga, I fuck with Jenga, but Jenga wins off of plot armor. Like, first off, I ain't gonna cap you. The show, if it was like that, what was it? Was it the first ever battle against him and Ryuga at the end of season 1 or whatever? He straight lost that. He won because of that plot. No cap.
Relatability. And that character isn't Jinga, because the most relatable character in Beyblade is also the most annoying. And he's also
Talking
the
about
first
Kenta.
person we meet, the person that introduces us to one of the wackiest worlds in animation, where people walk around with Bey launchers as if they're guns, and we have trained Beyblade assassins that can snipe you from across town. And that person is Kenta Yumiya.
Yeah.
And this kid is a
Kenta was mad annoying at first. I ain't gonna count you. Mad people was mad that I hated Kenta, and I'm like, bro, you probably hated him too when you was a little kid, bro. And then just because you know the outcome of what he becomes, now you putting that on me like I'm supposed to know he bees like that. He was mad annoying as shit as a little kid, bro. Dead ass.
Like, he is weak as balls. Imagine you just ate the spiciest curry you've ever had, and the next day you wake up to take a raging dump. This kid is that dump, but he also ends up going through some amazing
that shit was hard.
Heenet has received, but you know, that takes like 150 episodes. But as far as episode 1 goes, Beyblade does an amazing job of orientating us into its world through Kenta. We see him advancing through a tournament where we quickly learn how
Yo, what
this
site
works.
he using, bro? He using like a HD ass site, bro. This site look good as fuck.
Works, where the primary
Why is it
sport
so
of
HD?
Beyblade has taken over pretty much every aspect of life. And
Was
I
my
mean
shit this HD?
every aspect, because there are people that lose battles and either end up in comas.
Favorite character, best character to see. I mean, besides my boy, Ryuga, motherfucking
I mean
Tsubasa
every aspect,
was
because there are
that
people that
guy.
lose battles and
No
either end up
cap.
in comas or with severe PTSD. But before
Win,
that,
win,
let's
win,
get
win,
into
win,
what happened
win.
by watching Kenta get jumped.
Or was it lose?
Now, if you're wondering why a group of thugs are abusing
It was
a kid
one of them
that's probably
shits.
about as tall as your knees, it's because they want to steal his points. Why do they want to do that? I don't know. My best guess is that it's probably because there are tournaments you can only enter if you have a certain amount of points. And the first 2 seasons of Beyblade are pretty much 8
Best season. Hold up. Metal Fury, Metal Masters, Metal Fusion. Metal Master. Wait, what was Fury? No, Metal Masters. Metal Masters for surely. Metal Master was the best, in my opinion, was the best season regardless. All 3 of these shits was actually, I mean, season, I ain't gonna cap. Season 1, I did drop it at season 1 because that beginning part was boring as fuck to me. Up until I think Jenga Dad came in, or Red Phoenix, up until that point, that shit was boring as fuck. Beyblade, like after a certain point, like it was like a major factor at the beginning thing that made me drop it, because I was just bored, honestly. But as soon as I think Phoenix came in, that shit started becoming hype as fuck.
tournament arcs. And this is something that I think sets
Close
a lot
my
of old
eyes
anime
before I see
apart,
sun.
and I
Hold on,
wish
is it
more
done?
modern shows would
Is it
include,
done?
because there's
Is it
not
done?
a single soul that doesn't froth at the mouth at the thought of watching a tournament. There's a reason there were like 1 billion world tournaments in Dragon Ball. There's a reason the UA Sports Festival is one of the most loved arcs in My Hero.
That shit
And
was
there's a
hard as
reason
fuck.
we all love Bakugan. They make it so that anyone can lose. In fact, they make it so that almost everyone loses. And that massively increases the stakes, especially when the teams you care about actually lose. And this is actually a surprisingly good way to make the world feel more immersive. Because what better way to feel at home than knowing you can get jumped and robbed any minute so these dickheads can go enter a tournament. And that's all down to 3 characters: Kenta, Benkei, and
Kiyoyo is my guy too.
Nah. This has to be the worst fit any MC has ever worn. Why are you wearing a scarf with a short sleeve jacket? Are you
He hating.
And why
He
does he
hating.
have 2 belts? They're not even holding up his pants.
He hating. He don't understand Jenga fashion sense. He hating. Jenga did have that shit on, no cap. Jenga did. I probably disliked the shoes, but Jenga did put that bitch on, no cap.
The thing this kid's got going for him is that his hair is fire as hell. Remember when you could just tell who the protagonists were by looking at them?
Dead ass, bro. I'm in the crowd. I'm like, oh yeah, he's the main character right here.
Why did we stop doing that? Like, what is this? What is this? Anyway, this is our protagonist, Jinga Hagane. And the first thing we see him do is completely wreck the face hunters to the point Ben K runs away holding his dick, don't ask why. And then he comes back with 100 bladers, gets wrecked again.
This was hype.
Away holding his
like,
dick again.
I know this was at the beginning, but it was like before this, like it was after this shit, I think. I don't know. I just remembered it. It was like a slice of life, and it was just like mad boring to me, bro.
Just take a moment to let that sink in. This character that we have just met easily takes on 100 bladers to the point that
this
can't even
tough
see
as
his
fuck.
game moving. And this is just episode 1, and I hate it. But Mocha, you said the characters were great. And yes, they are, but he isn't. And I'll be real, I remember watching his entrance as a kid and thinking it was the coolest thing ever. This guy was Jinwoo before Solo Leveling, Gojo before JJK, Optimus Prime before Transformers. But now I find myself asking why on earth I even cared. How many shows can you remember where the protagonist was this strong? In the first arc of season 1, Jinga has 8 battles and wins them all besides 1. And he's made out to be this incredibly stoic and
I think
character.
I ain't gonna lie, we got totally different opinions. I think that was good as long as he took a L from somebody that was stronger or was like a different world from him, just so we know, yo, there's more stronger niggas out there. I thought that shit was hard. First off, his first loss was to Ryuga, wasn't it? It was to Ryuga, and then he started taking more L's and more L's. I think where they stopped at is when he met Phoenix and he said, I would never lose again. That shit. But I ain't gonna cap. Me personally, I fucked with that shit. Like, he was strong as shit, but and then he met somebody that was stronger. Like, Jinga thought he was that shit, and then he met and then he fought against Ryuga, and then Ryuga put his ass in his place, and then he took another L from the little kid. I think I forgot with the blonde hair dude.
At the mere age of 15,
he took the L, right?
Imagine
From
this guy
him.
crashing out.
If you dare to make fun of my father again,
You.
pay for it big time!
Okay, that's fair, but the point is, this should be boring, right? In Bakugan, Dan starts at rank 117, and in Dragon Ball, the first thing we see happen is Goku getting wrecked by Raditz, and then he literally dies. That's what makes them so relatable. You know, besides the dying part, we start off at the same level as them and watch them grow, rooting for them to do better. It was the same with Inazuma 11, with Raiman not even having enough members to form a
He knows 11. This nigga knows 11. Oh shit.
team, and even newer sports anime do this really well. In Haikyuu, Karasuno start out pretty bare bones with Nishinoya and Asahi joining 8 episodes in, and in Blue Lock, Isagi is on the worst team and is the worst player. Besides this guy, that's what makes us want them to win. That's what makes them relatable, and that's what makes a show memorable. Having a protagonist that's this strong and this unrelatable shouldn't work, but it does. Why? Well, that's down to a little disease that ran rampant in the 2000s and has been completely eradicated in the 2020s. And that disease is called
Is this the reboot, bro? Who watched the iCarly reboot? I couldn't bring myself to watch it, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you.
Rivals. It's called Rivals. I miss the dynamics of Vegeta and Goku, Shun and Dan, Gary and Ash, characters that gave our protagonists a reason to never stop pushing forward. They became people we would root against and made us love the protagonist even more.
Hey, I watched that
Nowadays, we just
episode.
look back ago, and for some reason half the MHA fan base thinks he wants to shag Deku or something. And that
I can't, bro. Yo, anime communities, not even just anime, because it's not just anime communities. It's like, I remember Arcane, they wanted, I think his name was Jace and some other dude. They was best friends, and they talking about, no, they're not best friends, they're lovers. I'm like, what are we talking about? Do niggas not have friends? Do niggas not have best friends? Do niggas like best friends You're sandbox guy. You're one of your friends that you've been in the sandboxes. I got somebody who's dead in my who I've met since I was in elementary. One of my best friends. Like I swear, sometimes I just don't think people got best friends and they just automatically think, oh no, he wants to kiss him, he wants to fuck him. Like what?
That's why Kyoya was so important in Beyblade, because not only did he give us some of the best fights, he also gave us some of the most badass moments too. You know, besides his drip, because where do I even begin?
He got that shit. No, how you gonna hate on Jenga shit? And then you gonna put what you call it? I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, let me see his name. Mocho, Matcha. My bad, I'm bad with names. No. I ain't gonna lie. I'm disagreeing with you with this. Now, Kyoya do got that bitch on. No cap. Kyoya do got that bitch on, but you probably just don't understand the layers to what Jenga got on, because Jenga got that bitch on. The only thing I probably would say is his shoes. That I would like if I was to wear some shit from Jenga, I would just change his shoes. But overall, Jenga got that bitch on. I don't know what are you talking about.
Why is bro showing off his stomach? And why are his clothes so torn up? Like, bro, you're the leader of one of the most feared gangs in the city. Just buy something better. And why?
Is he saying his fit not? Wait, I thought he said his fit was tough. Is he saying Kyoya fit not tough?
You know, besides his drip, because where do I even begin? Why is bro showing off his stomach?
Oh no! I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just assume. All right, this is what I'm gonna guess what this dude wears. No, I mean, hold up. I mean, he wear typical shit. Either jeans. He sounds like he'll just wear jeans. A gray colored shirt or whatever, and Skechers. That's what this dude sounds like he will wear. Because Kyoya got that bitch on. The fuck we talking about? Kyoya got that shit on.
And why are his clothes so torn up? Like, bro, you're the
why is shit torn up? It's fashion. Come on, bro.
Leader of one of the most feared gangs in the city. Just buy something better.
Like, look, this shit, I ain't gonna lie. Kyoya got that bitch on, bro. What are we talking about?
Why does he have scars on his face? What could he have possibly gone through in his 15 years on Earth to warrant those? Oh yeah, forgot that happened. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The reason characters like Kyoya are so important to shows like Beyblade, Bakugan, or even Pokemon is because they balance out.
I know that's that nigga Paul. I'm gonna close my eyes right here so I don't see shit.
Protagonist acting as a sort of foil. Granted,
is it over?
This was done to death in the 2000s, but that's exactly what made those shows so good, and it's a big part of why we can't forget them. Because to this day, I still remember what it was like to watch Dan fight Spectra, to watch Goku fight Vegeta, or to watch Jinga fight Kyoya. And if you're wondering why these two are even fighting, it's because Benkei steals.
Why does OST sound mad familiar? Is this a free run open OST or some shit? Oh, like banger.
Kenta's bait and threatens to basically murder it if Jinga doesn't fight Kyoya. And I'm not even joking.
Wait, that might just be free on OST.
Which I'll get to later is one of the best battles in the series. This one is pretty great too, because we finally get to see Jinga actually struggle as he has no way around Kyoya's Lion Gale Force Ward. But then his scarf gets blown off, which makes no sense because it's tied at the back, so it shouldn't even be possible, but that's beside the point. And Jinga sees it hovering right above Leon, which tells him exactly what he needs to do, as we are about to see one of the most iconic special moves in anime. Do you guys understand how important a character's special move was back in the day?
Okay, he said iconic.
Anime tropes of all time is a character shouting out the name of their attack. But if I asked you what
I can't wait till I get to that season of Pokemon, bro.
Detroit Smash? Okay, but what about Delaware Smash or Manchester Smash or all the other cities? And what about Jinwoo? I, for the life of me, cannot name a single one of his moves.
Wait, when was this made? When was this video made? Oh, 10 months ago. Nah, because he's talking about Soul Level and shit. I'm like, Soul Level is kind of like, it's newish.
The first thing you'd say is Kamehameha, or Naruto and his Rasengan,
Yusuke
and his Spirit Gun.
Spirit Gun.
Pretend like you didn't try to do all of these. And when it comes to Beyblade, the most iconic special move is obviously
Pegasus Star Blast attack.
Yeah, valid. Yo, his quality for this shit is so good.
Because I won't lie to you, I must have tried to get my bae to do this at least 5 times. Jump, you stupid bitch. And that brings us to the second ingredient that makes Beyblade one of those shows you can't help but hold with you for life. And it happens right after Jinga beats Kyoya, because that's when we're introduced to someone literally everyone loves to hate, Doji. You see, while the characters are a big reason as to why
Doji was a good villain.
It wouldn't be complete without a villain for us to root against. In Bakugan, that was done in the form of Masquerade and Naga. And in Dragon Ball, it was Frieza, who they pretty much make out to be the final villain right from the start of the Saiyan saga. Just think about what you see on Namek, with Vegeta teaming up with the others to take on on the Ginyu Force, Goku's badass arrival, Piccolo fusing with Nail to take on Frieza, Vegeta's death.
Oh my,
and the
yeah, the rewatch with my pops for this shit will be so fucking good. They be 2x the speed on the clips. That's why it looks so smooth. Nah, I'm not talking. No, I'm not talking about the animation of the video. I'm talking about the quality. Like that shit look like modern animation or like AI. It's like AI generated to make it look good.
greatest moment in the show. All of these moments.
Like you see how you watching the Dragon Ball shit, and then this shit looks his age.
To pure sinister strength. These moments would not have been the same if it
rewatching my pots for this, bro. I'm gonna be glazing everything.
A great antagonist, and Doji is not that guy. He's different in the best of ways.
I think Doji was good.
That we watched when we were little that we absolutely hated, but that just meant they were great characters. And the way he's introduced into the story is just perfect because he tells Kyoya that he wants to help him become stronger so that he can finally beat Jinga.
Yeah, he was on some Orochimaru type shit. He was on some like how Orochimaru tried to get Sasuke to come over there so he could get stronger and shit. That's how Doji was moving at the start.
Do that. Does he A, give him a stronger bay, teach him a new technique, train him to become stronger, or D, take him to a remote mountain where he does nothing but insult him before kicking his ass?
Go ahead, retreat. Pack up and run away empty-handed just like you did when you lost your battle with Jinga. The only one around here who needs help is you. You're the loser, remember? It's very simple. Even you should be able to understand it. Just zip it and do as I say. Kyoya here wouldn't be able to beat my Aunt Clara and Pinochle.
And then he just leaves. What the fuck? And that means Kyoya has no choice but to begin training, and that's when you realize how serious the sport of Beyblade is. Because what the hell is this?
Dog, where are we? Legend has it that the king of the jungle, the lion, would throw his cubs into the canyon and only raise the one strong enough to climb out.
Bro, that's kind of fucked up.
A true warrior only proves himself when he faces a seemingly impossible challenge.
Bro, I get.
Okay, I know this is an actual person talking right here. I mean, like one of them. But is this actually Doji talking, or is this one of them talking? Because if it is, this should sound good. What the fuck?
But why are we here?
If you climb to the top of this cliff, you'll awaken the warrior sleeping within.
Beyblade a bridge?
Then I'll be strong enough to be Jinga, right?
What? I never said that. Wait, where are you?
And so with Kyoya doing some pretty questionable things to get stronger, Jinga is also training against Kenta. Now I know what you're thinking. This is dead ass one of the most interesting moments of the show, and it really goes to show what gives Beyblade such a strong pull. Because I tried to mimic this fight so many times as a kid, and that's because it's just so damn realistic. You know, minus all the magical animals. You see, Kenta launches his bait incorrectly, and Jinga is all like, seriously man? But it's actually on purpose, because it means his bait is able to tilt whenever Jinga attacks, which minimizes the impact. And the reason this is so sick is because there are actually lots of different ways to launch a bait in real life. In fact,
I know it's so much hate.
So sick is because there are actually lots of different ways to launch.
I know it's so much hate for Beyblade X, but I heard Beyblade X like these type of matches are better than the anime. I don't know how true it is, but I seen clips of this shit. This shit does look lit. I'm not going cap. How that shit zooms off of this and they get like built-in speed and shit. That shit is hard as fuck. I'm not going cap to you.
Launch a bay in real life. In fact, without going too much into spoilers, later we'll see a certain goat literally throw his bay by hand and still cook everyone. And you can actually do that in real life too. It's insane. Like, can you imagine turning up to school, betting your lunch money on pizza?
I'm bugging, bro. I'm bugging. I'm bugging like I don't got that bitch on me. You know, say a robber comes in my house and they trying to box me or some shit. Guess what I pull out? Bitch. Hold up. Fear me, bitch. Oh shit. That nigga said, oh, you thought I was lacking too? I'm like, oh shit. Psych. Bitch. Fear me again. That nigga like, oh shit, nigga. I got another one too, just in case some shit like that happen. I'm like, oh shit, you got another one, bitch? Again. Again. And then he's like, oh shit, hold up, I got one more. I'm like, you do? Bitch. Stop it. Again, another one. He's like, oh, hold up. He's trying to, at this point, he's running away. He's trying to leave and shit. I'm like, where you going? Where you fucking going? Stop right there. Where you going? Now he's trapped. He's hold up. I got one more, don't I? I got one more. I gotta have one more. Oh, I got one more? Okay. How many Ryugas was that? 1, 2. No. Hold up. Was that a Ryuga? Where is that? Did I get robbed? Oh no, it's right here. I lost that bitch. Oh yeah, that bitch lost. I ain't gonna catch you. Well, I mean, you get the moral of the story. He's done. It's somewhere in this house. I'll call his name after stream because I don't feel like calling his name now because I call his name. The Beyblade name is gonna come flying in and break some shit. You feel me? I'll do it after stream. But you get the image. He dead. He already dead. He's trying to open that door. Boom. What you call it? I remember I was trying to get Tsubasa. I was trying to get metal. I was trying to get Eagle. That bitch cost like 200 something. I was like, sheesh. Do I really need it?
And then just throwing your bait onto the table and still winning. But in Kenta's case, he still loses because, well, Jenga's just the best, isn't he? There's literally nobody else on his level.
Damn, nah, why you cut right there?
Nobody else on his level. Okay, so far we've covered the protagonists and the villain, but for me, there's an even bigger reason as to why shows like Beyblade, Bakugan, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon resonate with so many of us. And the best way I can explain that is through one more character. But before we get to her, if you're enjoying this video and want to see a second part, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe. I'm trying to hit
Did Tsubasa beat
Let's get back to who I think is one of the most underrated
Ego is 15 from what I'm saying. Yeah, you're looking at fake shit.
characters in the show, Hikaru Hazama, and despite her being one of the biggest
Yeah, what was I about to say? Damn, I forgot what I was about to say. I just see somebody saying some fake said some fake ass Beyblades.
disappointments pretty much ever. She's also
Oh yeah, Tsubasa. Did Tsubasa at the beginning? Did Tsubasa beat Jenga or did they draw? I forgot when Tsubasa first came in. I think they draw actually.
biggest reason why I love this show. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but just bear with me. We're introduced to her with one of the most badass entrances in the entire show, where Hikaru takes on 4 bladers at once, and she has the sickest bay ever, which can pretty much turn invisible. Add to that the fact
that was hard.
is pretty damn sick, and she has some great motivation.
Oh, he let her win. Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, I don't think it's bad at all. If a character comes out and he's strong as shit, as long as he get humbled in some way in the show, that's valid. Like for Jenga case, there was more like it's more than just what he thought it was. And then when he saw Ryuga, Tsubasa, goddamn Ryuga, Tsubasa, eventually Kiyoya got there on this level, and trying to think, there was way more people. Actually, there was way more people in that tournament that was somewhat on his level.
By becoming the best blader in the world, and you have an amazing character.
Actually, that snake dude, I remember him. That snake dude, that I ain't gonna lie. Now Jenga won that shit off a plot, didn't he? With the versus that snake dude.
But the point is, she's looking to fight the strongest bladers in the country. And so she fights Kenta. God.
Oh yeah, you?
Oh my god, this boy gets absolutely wrecked over and over again until he wagers all of his points. This is dead ass a gambling addiction. In fact, he gets beat so bad that Benkei, a character that's supposed to be a villain, feels so bad for this pathetic waste of life that he decides to train him. And he's got the kid.
See, I ain't say shit like that. Benkei could have been hard, bro. I feel like they did Benkei dirty. Like Benkei could have been tough. Like they started turning him to a joke. Like he could have been a Piccolo, not with the ore farming, but like he could have been like a Piccolo in the shit, bro. Like not on Jenga level, but somewhat still kind of there. Not on Kiyoya level neither, but like not near their shit, but still there, bro.
Doing one-armed push-ups, pulling tires like it's Inazuma 11, and holy shit, is he benching 375 pounds? I'm gonna be real, I have no idea what any of this has to do with Beyblade, but it actually ends up working because thanks to Benkei's training and Madoka upgrading Sagittario, Kenta actually beats him.
He's building up physical strength. What are you talking about? Yo, it's so many people. It's so many people that keep like they be saying this about Jenga. I never found Jenga voice annoying. I'm not gonna cap to you. I don't even like English dub in general, but like I don't know, maybe it's just me. But like English dub now, well, no, now it has gotten better. But like, are we talking about like actual, like, are we talking about like actual anime? And this is an actual anime, but like animes, English dubs back then don't sound cringe to me sometimes. But like this shit don't sound cringe to me. Like I wasn't annoyed by his voice. I'm not gonna cap. I don't know why. A lot of people was finding Jenga and his annoying. Ryuga's too. They was finding Ryuga's annoying too. But I ain't gonna cap. I generally, or maybe I come into the show just like not even think about that. But I just never found it annoying.
And this is when the show really peaks for me. This is why the show meant so much to me as a kid before I was even smart enough to realize why it meant so much. Because after losing to Kenta, Hikaru doesn't feel worthy of battling Jinga anymore, and she thinks she needs to get stronger to beat Kenta first and then challenge Jinga. And Jinga's response to that is just amazing.
Who cares about that sort of thing? I just really want to battle with you.
I vaguely remember the first time I watched this battle when I was little. It was right after school and I was sat on the floor in front of the TV wanting Jinga to wipe the floor with this arrogant blue-haired girl. Because why wouldn't I want that? After all, Jinga was a super cool main character, and I'm sure you'd have wanted the same. But now that I'm watching that same battle 15 years later, I just want Hikaru to win. And I don't know why. Or at least I didn't know why. But then I thought about it, and other than the fact that I hate Jinga, the reason I want Hikaru to win is because Jinga's battling because it's fun, whereas Hikaru.
I'm not going to look. I ain't gonna. I get where you yo. But y'all came at me. I better see the comments coming at him, because every time I said something about Jinga, I will have the Jinga glazers come after me. They'd be like, no, you gotta remember, it's about the willpower. It's about how much he believes in his bae. It's about friendship. And I was like, oh my God, bro. Shut up, nigga. Shut up. I don't care, bro. I'm kind of with him with the fraud shit, but not all the way. Jenga did. Nah, I can't. No. Rick back then, he was on that. I ain't gonna lie. Rick back then was on. He fucking hated that. And like I said, that's why I'm still getting sick of watching these power of friendship shows currently that I'm doing right now. Other than Pokemon, because I understand that's the whole gist for Pokemon. But like Rick back then, yeah, I ain't gonna cap to you. Until I actually seen Jenga put in work, I was like, yo, this man here, bro, with this friendship shit.
Promise to her mother who'll never see the victory she dreams of. So why wouldn't I want her to win? But those facts were the same 15 years ago.
But the friendship, the friendship
between now and then is us. Because what's wrong with doing something purely because it's fun? Sure, it might be childish, but aren't we all driven by that same childish spark? That's why this will always be my favorite battle in the series. And that's why Beyblade is such a great show. Because it's a reminder that you don't have to justify the things you love with productivity or time or money. And that's a trap I think I was falling into. And it's because of this show that I caught myself. The reason we take on adult responsibilities, work, studies, and endlessly swiping through notifications is so that we can clear space for the simple things we've grown to treasure. That's why the games and stories we watched when we were little matter so much to us today. Pokemon.
Oh, what was his name? Monasume? That was my guy too. I was so like, that's another one of my guys. That show hold him, bro. The show dead hold him. The show literally hold him, bro. He should have been way better than he was, bro. Especially during which one where every like a Bay. I know everybody said he should have been like one of the masters. Masamune. I know everybody said he should have been one of the masters. I disagree. I don't think he should have been one of the masters. I literally disagreed. I just wanted him to be on the same level as them. Fuck the gift. Fuck getting one of the I forgot what it was called, celestial bays or whatever you call it. Fuck getting one of them. I just wanted him to be at the same fucking level as them, bro. Oh my, do pure fucking hard work, all that shit. I wanted him to be at the same level. I don't think he should have been a master. I was okay with him not being a master. I genuinely didn't want him to be a master. I just wanted him to be doing the hard, because he was a hard worker. Bro, he was working for his shit, you know, training in the background, whatever. I want him to be at the same level as them, bro. And then when they just said, nah, fuck off to him, I was like, come on, bro.
Minecraft.
Like when he was going against King, and they was like somewhat, but then yeah, nah, the King shit was hard, bro. It's just when he went against, it was one of the dudes who came out of nowhere, and he was actually one. I know a lot of people don't like him as a character, but I thought he was cool. I didn't think he was crazy, but I thought he was cool. And the way he got that power up and shit against Masamune was hard as shit. But damn, I just wanted Masamune, Chris. I just wanted Masamune to stick with them and be at the same level or stronger than some of them.
Final Fantasy and
oh shit, my bad.
So many more pieces of art still influence us to this very day, and I don't want to lose that. I work hard during the day so at night I can unwind with a show or a game or spend time with my friends and family for no other reason than because it's fun, because that's all that should matter. And this channel is an example of that. Being able to talk about
he do got 11 shit.
That childish wonder in me is all I could ever ask for.
Oh shit, we might be coming back to him for some 11 shit down the road.
And it lets me connect with you and hopefully remind you of how much fun it was to sit in front of the TV when you had nothing to worry about. Because if life turns into the
this music, bro.
Nothing new to look.
Hold up, this music got me want to run outside. Got me want to run outside and just like
forward to, then what's the point? And Hikaru might have been fighting so that she could become the strongest blader in the world, but Jinga makes her realize that she was also having fun. So maybe in the end, the real thing driving Hikaru was that same childish spark inside all of us, which for her is the chance to feel her mother's hand ruffle her hair again, something that she'll never be able to feel again. That's why this battle matters so much, because it teaches us to never bury that little kid inside of us.
Oh yeah, this one for sure.
Verb, I know what we're gonna do today.
Oh, it's so cute. It's the best of all.
This is our very
He not lying though. He's saying some factual shit.
I am.
He did say some factual shit. That's why I keep saying like my favorite characters are dead. The underdogs are dead. The people that keep telling you to keep on trying, like Rock Lee, fucking Simon, Simone, fucking what's another character? Vegeta. I fuck with the ego shit. Black Star. Like all them type of characters. He not lying.
I wanted to do a painting, so we always remember the good times together.
It's decided! We now have ourselves a new champion!
Remember this moment, Drago.
I'm Carly. I'm Sam. And this is Ben.
Ah, don't make me cry. Ah, don't make me cry with this shit. Don't make me cry. Oh my god, no.
Hi, Carly.
It's kind of crazy how a few TV shows can have such a huge impact on our lives. And it's even crazier that for a lot of us, Beyblade of all things was that show. But there's still a piece missing, because it's finally time to talk about one of the best villains from our childhood. And that actually starts
as a little kid, bro,
against Jinga.
Or I want to say one of the best villains. All right, look. I'm gonna call these starter animes. Beyblade, Bakugan, Pokemon, Beyblade, Bakugan, Pokemon. I'm gonna put Dragon. No, I'm not gonna put Dragon Ball in it. I mean, Dragon Ball is a starter anime, but for this convo that I'm about to talk about, no. Beyblade, Bakugan, Yu-Gi-Oh. But for them shits, Digimon. I can't put Yu-Gi-Oh in it yet because I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh, but we talk about villains from these type of shows. Or I'm gonna throw 11 in for a starter anime too. But Ryuga by far is probably one of the best starter anime villains overall in general.
NK gets news that Kyoya is back and he's unsure of how to face him again because he's now left the face hunter, so he feels like he's betrayed Kyoya. And honestly, he kinda did. But Kenta, for once, actually says something that isn't completely useless.
You didn't do anything wrong. Go see Kyoya. He'll understand.
You're right. I'm being sick.
Now my first question is, how the hell is Kenta carrying Benkei? This man must weigh like, that makes sense. But my next question is, why are they—
Bro, come on, bro. You see, you didn't watch the show. How he carry Benkei? Come on, we just seen him push like 300 pounds, bro.
Is how the hell is Kenta carrying Benkei? This man must weigh like, that makes sense. But my next question is, why are they acting like he's dying? All he did was lose a Beyblade bat. Did he actually die? I did not think this show would get so sick. Let's just skip to the damn fight. The Jinga vs Kyoya rematch is honestly one of the highlights of season 1. If Jinga vs Hikaru was one of the most layered and meaningful battles, this fight is the most hype. Basically, if every fight was an anime, this fight would be solo leveling. Now I know what you're thinking. How could that bullshit?
Nah, for season 1, nah, he bugging. The solo level fight for season 1 was dead. Ryuga versus Kyoya, for surely. Ryuga versus Kyoya, come on, bro. Niggas was boxing, bro. They was boxing
In the mountains.
This was hype though. I won't lie though. This was hype. But the Ryuga, goddamn, Rick. Ryuga versus Kyoya was top tier. No cap. That shit was hard as fuck. Compared for Beyblade, that shit was hard as fuck. That was probably one of the best matches of Beyblade in general.
Possibly make him a stronger blader. Well, I don't know either. But he really gives Jinga a run for his money because he's got Leon spinning so fast, it's dead ass causing a thunderstorm. Like, this is a toy. How the hell is this even possible? But then again, Moses parted the Red Sea with a Beyblade, so I shouldn't even question.
Nah, this is still crazy to me, bro.
Anything at this point. And I don't know what the hell happened in that canyon, but Kyoya is whooping Jinga's ass to the point even his friends can't watch, relentlessly attacking him over and over again and pushing him into a corner. But then something special happens because the battle can be seen from all over the city, which is absolutely ridiculous.
But how did he win?
And that attracts a huge crowd, all rooting for Jinga. But they're not just rooting for Jinga, they're rooting for Kyoya too, because unlike Doji and a certain other character, Kyoya isn't evil, and the audience is in awe of the epic battle in front of them against the two most powerful bladers in the country. But here's the thing, you might be thinking Jinga wins because of the power of friendship, but Beyblade isn't that sort of show. Okay, it is, but that's not relevant here. What Jinga does is actually pretty brilliant, where he uses Leon Tornado to increase the speed of his rotation, which makes no sense because they're both rotating in the same direction, so if anything it should be slowing him down, but that's okay because we get to see a brand new special move, and it might even be cooler than Star Blast attack.
Pegasus, meteor shower attack!
That, I mean,
and this is when things get spicy, because Doji arrives right as Kyoya loses.
all of Jinga's, I'm trying to remember, all of Jinga's moves was him coming down, wasn't it? I mean, he got a few. I'm talking about in this seat. So Star, what was the other one? Star and then Meteor. They damn near the same shit. I don't care.
Man, he must really hate him. But here's something a lot of people missed here. Jinga knows who Doji is, but how? He's never seen or heard of him before. So how does he know who he is? This is actually a brilliant piece of detail that amazingly sets up the final battle of this arc, and it brings us to the last piece of the puzzle and one of the biggest reasons why pretty much everyone loves Beyblade. And that's done by addressing something the show has been missing so far. You see, Doji is a brilliant villain. He's cunning, intelligent, and outright sinister, but he isn't quite an unstoppable force like Frieza, Masquerade, or even Ushijima. Now, I'm not saying that a show needs that sort of villain, or even a villain at all, to be good, because there are plenty of sports anime out there that don't have a villain and are still amazing. Mainly because
it was also a start.
For a group of
Yeah, it's almost like I said for dumb two moves. Like I changed the question to only dumb two moves.
volleyball players to go up against some sort of evil organization. But then again, in Inazuma 11, we see them fighting gods, aliens, robots, and an evil shadow organization trying to take control over the world through football. So, you know, take it with a pinch of salt. But the point is, even in a show like Haikyuu, you have an antagonistic force which was either in the form of a rival like Nekoma, or a stronger opponent like Inarizaki, Shiro Torizawa, or my favorite anime villain of all time, Oikawa Toru.
Huh? Did he just say villain? I think you mean antagonist or some shit.
Rizaki, Shiro Torizawa, or my favorite anime villain of all time, Oikawa.
I mean, he did do this. I say, bro was not a villain, but nah, he was. I don't cap. He's one of my favorites from Haikyuu. Dead ass. Like, he's tough as fuck. Like, oh my god, he's tough as fuck.
And that's really been missing from Beyblade, or has it? Well, one thing you might have noticed is that unlike a lot of other shows we watched when we were little, one thing that Beyblade is surprisingly good at is making sure that each story beat is linked in one way or another. It's not a case of something happening and then the next thing happens. Instead, the next thing happens because the first thing happened. And that's why Jinga's been traveling through the country. He wants to get stronger so he can take down the Dark Nebula, an evil organization that's trying to revive the Forbidden Base. Lightning El Drago. And so with Kyoya's
My
help,
guy.
they find the Dark Nebula's base where they combine their moves to break through. If only they knew what was waiting for them inside.
That's you see the goal.
This
Hey,
episode right here is my favorite episode.
9.6 out of 10. God damn. The Dark Nebula Castle.
Of the entire show. And no, it's not just because we finally get to meet my goat, it's because it features some of the most creative battles in the series where each of the characters in our cast have a chance to shine. Besides Kenta. Why is he even here? And the episode is filled with some amazing moments as a group protects Madoka while she works on hacking the system, but even as she manages to break through, they still have to fight with some handicaps. Kyoya can't use his full power because, well, there's no wind indoors, so instead he uses the heat
I
from
agree with the
friction of his
matches.
blade
They
to
was
increase Leon's
creative.
power. Do you know how sick that is? And it's the same with Jingo when he fights Doji. He can't use his Star Blast attack because, well, there's a ceiling. And honestly, this is when we learn that Doji doesn't only hate Kyoya, he's just a hater through and through.
It must be Wednesday, because it's time to take out the trash.
Then
Yo, that's just so cringy that it's funny, bro. It must be Wednesday. Yo, that's actually my trash day. Yo, when's y'all trash day? Wait, when's y'all trash day, chat? I think, yeah, my trash day is literally Wednesday morning. Thursday, Friday. Yeah, mine is literally Wednesday morning. That's my trash day.
the scene in season 3 where he dies.
Damn, he just spoiled that shit. I mean, I'm assuming if you watch this, you already watched Beyblade. But imagine watching this, not knowing Beyblade, and you like, oh, I'm interested. I'm gonna watch Beyblade, and then bro says,
Must be Wednesday because it's time to take out the trash.
There's a scene in season 3 where he dies and he spends his entire
damn, literally says that shit. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, his death in season 3. Damn, why I had to be so specific? But his death was dead hard. No cap. No cap. His shit was literally hard. I think he died literally like saying something while he was falling and shit. Like it was so hard. And then they ruined it with Shogun, but we're not gonna talk about Shogun. But his shit was hard. No cap.
Time to take out the trash.
There's a scene in season 3 where he dies and he spends his entire time laughing at someone else losing a Beyblade battle as he's falling to his death.
Literally, no, he's a hater through and through. I wish I could achieve that type of hatred that he has, bro. No, he was dead falling. He was laughing at Ryuga, right? I think he was laughing at Ryuga. Literally, bro is like, he's dying. He's about to die. Crazy. I ain't gonna cap to you. What'd you say? IMBD ratings are kind of ridiculous, and Beyblade, not gonna lie. How is Damien's episode lower than Jack episode? IMDb ratings are kind of ridiculous, and goddamn, bro, I had to say that shit twice. I mean, I don't go off of IMDb ratings anyway. Like I don't look at ratings in general.
Man hates for the love of the game.
Unless I'm streaming or some shit.
Something is happening. Someone is awakening. With every attack, every clash of metal on metal, he grows stronger and stronger until...
Was that how he got revived? Like on some boot? Ooh. Nah. That was hard. Nah, he hyped that shit up. I ain't gonna lie, I don't blame you. Hey, hype that bitch up again. You feel me? I gotta replay that bitch. That shit was hard. Yo, that shit was hard as fuck. The GOAT! Ryuga! That's hard. That's hard. I got kept.
I could genuinely cry right now because my goat is finally here. This is why I kept calling Jinga a fraud. Best blader in the world, my ass. This is the greatest blader of all time.
No, the greatest blader of all time goes to Ryuga. I don't give a fuck about what any Beyblade Turbo people. I ain't gonna lie to you. Beyblade Burst people are so fucking insane that they think like any Beyblade Burst people is competing with any metal. I think they are somewhat around the same thing Beyblade Burst and Metal, when it comes to motherfucking, like, if we talk about season, like show itself, I'm per se, I'm going more Metal in general. Like I'll put like a number above whatever I give Burst. But when we talk about raw strength, Beyblade Burst does not compete in anything, in fucking anything. And goddamn, these little ass kids, because the reason I'm saying little ass kids, because I know they're little ass kids because they don't know shit. They probably didn't even watch Metal. Niggas out here was destroying mountains. Not only was niggas destroying mountains, niggas was going into outer space. I don't think niggas understand how strong these Metal niggas was. Burst niggas was literally at most damaging the stadium, and they say no, he's stronger than Ryuga. I'm like, huh, nigga? What are we talking about? We could talk about raw skill, we could talk about raw technique, we could talk about raw whatever. Niggas are not competing with Metal at all. This is not even a debate. And we talking about best villain and Beyblade in general. It goes to this motherfucking ore farmer right here, Ryuga. It's a reason why I only got Metal Blade bays anyway. No hate to Burst though, but like, people gotta keep it real.
Ryuga. I'm gonna be completely real with you. This guy is single-handedly responsible for like 70% of the show's success. Like, he alone would have driven millions in sales just on aura. You had kids walking around without putting their arms in their sleeves trying to be as cool as him. And I'm gonna be real with you guys, I personally wouldn't mess with someone if I saw they had a literal aura surrounding. Oh, never mind, he's got an aura too. And it just so happens that there's a stadium under the ocean for some reason. Now this battle is...
I ain't gonna lie, like, buy him Ryuga season 1. Nah, he dead. Like, for me, nah, no cap. Ryuga was just tough as shit. I feel like I'm about to fanboy. Ryuga was tough as fuck.
Unlike any other we've seen so far, because we get to learn about the forbidden.
I haven't met anybody in any of these other starter animes that gave me a Ryuga type of vibe, bro. Dead ass. I haven't.
Lightning Eldrago. And if you ever had a Bay growing up, you either had a Pegasus or an Eldrago, and that shit came with its own special launcher.
Literally, I got that launcher too.
Try to recreate the battle we're about to see, and as the battle starts, Ryuga is packing up Jinga's shit, cutting him off at every chance with the most powerful.
He even made him crash out.
And that's really saying something, because
Jinga crashing out
beat 100 bladers and has gotten a lot stronger since then.
Jinga crashing out is crazy.
For Ryuga's Forbidden Bay. But Maka, why is Eldrago called the Forbidden Bay? Well, for starters, it's the only bay in the world, kind of, that rotates to the left, and this means that...
Yeah, let me pull out when they said kind of. This guy right here, hold up. I hate how they did him. His bay so tough though. Hold up, let me do this. His bay so tough. Fuck, come on, camera. Yo, camera, you gonna fucking work? Like his bay so fucking tough. Just the way. Oh my god, they did him dirty in the anime, bro. Like, I ain't a cap. They did him dirty. But his bay is sexy as shit.
Like this, a battle with Eldrago looks like this, with it repeatedly cutting Pegasus off and delivering devastating attacks. And do you know what's so crazy about this? Jinga makes it a point to say that he needs to defeat Ryuga as quickly as possible because he's currently at his weakest. Do you know how insane that is? This kid just woke up after a year.
He's currently at his weakest? I forgot about that.
And he's doing it both physically and mentally.
Go and get a better bay from your daddy, why don't you? Huh? I always knew that your old man and his bay were second rate, you know.
You know, one of the most iconic scenes in anime is when Frieza kills Krillin, causing Goku to go Super Saiyan for the first time. Yeah, this isn't that.
I'll say it 1,000 times. Your father couldn't cut it. Also grovel at my feet just like your father did.
He made Jinga crash out
until he's literally begging for it to be over. And then we get to see something we haven't ever seen in the show. You know those cute little special moves? Those are for pussies. I mentioned how badass it was as kids for the characters in the show we watched to have iconic special moves. But Ryuga really made that shit his own, because my goat has his own dark move.
Dragon Emperor soaring!
That shit was so hard. That shit was so hard. I was there, yo.
And this leaves Jinga utterly broken and devastated, unable to keep the promise he had made to his father as Ryuga's laughter disappears into the darkness. But even after Ryuga's victory, there's one more reason as to why shows like Beyblade feel so different to shows from today. And that's actually a truly harrowing story. And what makes it even more impressive is how it stands out among the sea of anime flashbacks that already exist, from the brilliance of that completely wordless scene in
Come on, don't show me this shit. Is this the Don shit, bro? I still gotta watch season 2, but come on, don't remind me about this shit, bro. Oh my god.
Of anime flashbacks that already exist, from the brilliance of that completely wordless scene in Dandadan to Kiritsugu's breakdown in Fate, to even how Attack on Titan dedicated an entire episode to show us Grisha's past. There are some anime that just do flashbacks right, and 100 others that do them wrong, but Beyblade is not one of them, because Jinga and
Try sneaking 11 in that bitch.
As hell and really puts
He tried sneaking. I see what he just tried to do. He tried sneaking 11 with them top 3 shits we just seen.
Perspective the way that both characters develop by the end of the 3rd season. But to understand that, we need to go back a year where we meet Jinga's dad.
I ain't gonna lie, no. Hold on, we talking about Jinga dad shit was low-key. Not to me itself. Jinga dad shit didn't feel sad at all. That shit just felt stupid. I'm really trying to think. Did I? Well, first off, he didn't even die. Actually, I mean, I said that shit. I called it too. I said, this man not dead, but he could have literally ran over. I think he passed Jinga Pegasus and then he stood there. I think he could have literally crossed that bridge.
Pegasus, Ryo Hagane, who's also the chief of the village that guards El Drago. Something a lot of us probably don't remember, or in fairness didn't really care about, is that Beyblade actually had some really great animation. And while we definitely get to see that in a lot of fights, one of the most beautiful scenes occurs during the village festival where Ryo uses his Pegasus to light the braziers in this absolutely stunning scene. But it turns out to be a moment that doesn't last because a certain group is trying to steal El Drago. And after Ryuga obtains El Drago, Ryo actually does a great job of fighting back, but Ryuga and El Drago are just too powerful. And what I like the most about this battle is that there's no foul play or cheating involved. Jinga claims that Ryo is the best blader in the world, but Ryuga beats him fair and square. He might be evil, but he deadass is the best blader in the world, and that's a fact that doesn't change across all 3 seasons.
Literally.
Of the show. And before you say it, Rago was not better.
A god. He lost to Ryuga, lost to a fucking god. Not nobody, not a mortal, not a human being. He lost to a fucking god, and he still managed to crack a motherfucking god bay a little bit.
Than Ryuga. And after Ryuga defeats Ryo, Bro uses his bandana to wipe the dirt off El Drago. Like, I get why Jinga hates him, but I just can't.
Nah, oh my god, I forgot he did that shit. That shit was toxic as shit. Oh my god. Grabbed this fucking his headband and wiped his fucking bay.
Uses his bandana to wipe the dirt off El Drago. Like, I get why Jinga hates him, but I just can't not love him. But with the cave crumbling around them and the Dark Nebula having escaped with the Forbidden Bay, all Ryo can do is look to his son as he entrusts him with stopping El Drago. And that's what started Jinga's journey. That's what started it all. And everything in this video really only is the start of this wonderful series. A series that truly defined our childhoods.
I'm Kenta, by the way. Thanks for helping me.
Who are you, anyway?
Madoka Amano. Fighting spirit! Fighting spirit! Fighting spirit!
Julia? Let's go. The name's you. My name is
Matsumoto!
Battle?
Huh? Beyblade is something that widens my circle of friends. A special tie that connects.
Nah, they got this like, got me feeling like I watched this as a kid, bro. Nah, why am I getting nostalgia feeling like I didn't just watch this like a couple of years ago? Nah, this is the songs, bro. The songs be making everything sad, enjoyable, nostalgia. The way you got this shit screamed, yeah.
It's my heart with my friends who are now far away.
I still remember begging my parents to give me money to buy my first Beyblade, and playing against my friends at school was genuinely some of the best memories I had as a kid. And it's kind of crazy to think about how a stupid little cartoon can connect the entire world. And it's not the only show to have done that. Shows like Avatar, Dragon Ball, Bakugan, Yu-Gi-Oh!, iCarly, Wizards of Waverly Place, Phineas and Ferb, Good Luck Charlie, Ben 10, Sweet Life on Deck, Kids Next Door, and so many more prove that the point of fiction isn't to escape, but to return. To return to a time where the only thing that mattered was having fun.
No matter what time it is or where we are, whether we're eating or sleeping, you actually forced me to take you seriously.
Ryuga,
Shit, nah, I ain't gonna lie. He killed this video. He killed this video. Dead ass. Yo, bro. Hold on. Let me, before the video even ends, bro. Y'all make sure y'all tap into his shit and y'all fucking hit that motherfucking like button. Y'all probably already know him if he covered 11 shit though, no cap. So go hit that like button on this shit. This shit, he made this shit a banger.
Into a time where the only thing that mattered was having fun.
No matter what time it is or where we are, whether we're eating or sleeping, can you actually force me to take you seriously?
Ryoga, you just watch. The first time I met Jinga, having all sorts of battles with all sorts of friends, have made more memories than I can count in this world, and I don't want it to end.
That one time, it was only for a brief shining moment. I became serious. I promised. Take it!
You were watching, weren't you?
Oh my god! Oh, I'm getting chills. He just gave me chills with that shit. Oh my fucking god, bro.
When I was a little kid, all I ever wanted to do was grow up. And now that I'm older, the only thing I want is to go back to a time where I didn't need to worry about studying,
Facts.
buying a car, or
Facts.
renting a home.
Fucking facts, bro. That's why I do know we got little ass niggas in this stream, bro. Make sure you enjoy your fucking childhood. I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I'm living life. You feel me? Well, loving life right now. You feel me? I'm blessed to have this this as a income, as a job, as a hobby, whatever you call it. But make sure y'all like hug your mom, pops, grandma, aunt, whoever you staying with, and enjoy your time as a little kid. You feel me? Because it starts getting real though. I ain't gonna lie. Them taxes, rents. If you got college, studying, test, all that shit, you feel me? Starts getting real.
Ever wanted to do was grow up, and now that I'm older, the only thing I want is to go back to a time where I didn't need to worry about studying, work, buying a car, or renting a home. A time where my friends and I would gather around the lunch tables at school and do that stupid little countdown before launching our base. But the thing is, that doesn't have to stop now that we're older. There's no age limit on having fun.
That is true.
Watching this show reminded me that life doesn't need to be boring. It shouldn't be boring. It should be whatever we make of it.
That's true.
Show that taught me a similar lesson is actually Dandadan of all things. So if you enjoyed this video, click the video on the left. I'm sure you'll love it. Thanks for watching.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. No. On some real shit. On some real shit.
Vegeta, thanks.
He cooked with this. Hold on, hold on. I gotta leave a comment on this. Nah, I don't think I could cuss. W fucking video. Was that pin comment? Yeah, I don't know. But no. W fucking video. Nah. Like I said, for starter anime so far, so far that I watched, so far we're still watching Pokemon, you feel me? Pokemon may take it, but for starter animes in general that I currently watched, Beyblade is up top. Beyblade is number one. I ain't gonna cap to you. Beyblade is number one for starter animes. No cap. And Pacific, Metal. Burst still there. I think I probably take 11 over Burst though. No cap. I don't know. Well, nah, I don't know. But nah, W fucking vid. Shout out to Macha. My bad, I don't know how to say his name. Bad with names. But tap into his shit. W fucking vid. And I see y'all. Peace.